guys, Steve Wolbach, your friendly public adjuster. Today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about how a public adjuster actually gets paid. How do we receive compensation for our performance, for the services that we render during the claim process? I don't think that that's really clear to folks, so I wanted to go into a little bit of detail about that now. Now, let me start out by saying, first of all, we work on what is known as a contingency basis, okay? Contingent upon what? Well, I'm going to get to that. Hold on there. Okay, what does a public adjuster do? What are the services we offer? We will come in and look at your policy. We will give you a review of your policy and let you know where perhaps you need to change some things. Now, during a loss, we still go over all that, but at that moment, it doesn't really matter what you need to change to, because we're in there to try to take care of what's happened currently. So whatever your coverage is your coverage, right? And that's why we try to do what's called a policy review when everything is going fine. But in this situation, we're working on the assumption that you've got a loss. I'm here to see if your coverage will actually cover the type of loss that you've sustained from that specific peril. Let's say that we have now determined that. And now we go through everything we do. Now, how do we get paid? It never comes out of your pocket. That's very important. I want you to know. We do not get paid from you. We get paid on our efforts during the negotiating, well, actually prior to the negotiating process, where we develop our own estimate with a line-by-line item of complete and detailed listing of what all has taken place. We have that all recorded, and then we assign different dollar values to those line items as we are developing the estimate. And that is all done through a software program called Xactimate, which is what the insurance adjusters are using. So we're using the same software back and forth there. So we've put together what is the total damages. Okay, here's what we need to be paid on to be able to, here's a term for you, restore you back to pre-loss conditions, to indemnify you, to make you whole. That is the whole process of filing a claim, is to restore back to pre-loss conditions, meaning that prior to this incident that took place, whatever was damaged wasn't damaged before, right? So now we want to restore it. We want to, if you will, to go back in time. We're mini time machines. And how we do that, obviously, is by getting dollars from the insurance company that will then allow you to have contractors come in and restore these things back to their pre-loss condition. So we put together that complete estimate, and from that, there's where the give and take of negotiating went on, and then there's what's known as a settlement. Well, the settlement then is agreed upon number. And from that, the insurance company will go and cut a check. They're going to cut a check that will have your name on it and will have our name on it as representing you during this process. It needs dual endorsements. At that point, you endorse the check. We endorse the check. We deposit it. Once it's been cleared, because believe it or not, we've had checks years ago that we've gone and paid on right away, and here to find out that they ended up bouncing. And it wasn't that the insurance company didn't have money, and it wasn't intentional. I don't believe that for one moment. What it is it's the left hand doesn't know what the right hand's doing. So the people that cut the check versus the people that need to get the memo that this check's going to be cut and that they need to allocate certain funds that will cover that said specific check, that didn't take place. So when that is submitted for payment from the bank, the funds aren't there. They're not allocated to pay on that specific check number because of just some internal breakdown, or it wasn't completed at the time. So that's what we do then, just to cover everything, is the homeowner signs it. We sign it, we deposit it. Once it's cleared, we will go in, and what the dollar value was, we will minus our fee from there. There's where we're getting paid now, from the insurance company's check, not from your pocket. And then we will cut you a check on our own account for what the balance is, which obviously is the larger number, right? And then that would be mailed to you, and you would have that to take care of correcting all those damages that you suffered then, as you are restoring back to pre-loss conditions. So guys, that's how we get compensated. If you are working with a public adjuster and they've ever brought up the fact that, well, you need to give me something up front and then I need to have something paid from you at the end, and then no, that's not how it works. Definitely close the door and run. Do not enter into a situation like that. That's not how it is. All public adjusters work on what is known as a contingency basis. Guys, I hope that I shed some light on that. There should be no question now how we get compensated. We have people, the naysayers, that talk about, yeah, they take your money. And usually the people saying that are the insurance companies. And I would say to them is, you're the guys that are trying to keep their money. I'm the one that's trying to free it up so that they get paid fairly for it. And yes, there is a cost in doing so. But nonetheless, we're here for you. If you need any help, if you would, please give me one of those. Would you please share this with others? And please subscribe to my channel. Guys, thank you very much for listening. And God bless you.